Did you need something, darling?
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found...
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has been...
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red leaf.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been... There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not...
Would you have guessed such a pairing?
Oh, yes. The lure of command, noble names. Classically arousing in every sense.
You got your wish, sort of.
Right. Great. Of course. Another time. He wants what?
I don't know. I just bought the message.
You have completed the order, learned something of my... Now you must choose to commit to the role. to the burden of command. Are you willing?
I am ready to listen and...
Then you are a recruit no more. All will see. Come, the battlefield awaits. Knight enchant.
Has there been an exchange?
A knife. No roll.
Nothing to report, sir.
Welcome back.
Something like that.
It's good to have commerce restored.
Just rumors.
Many goods here.
Let's look around.
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you. In my arms,
We'll be joining up soon, Your Worship. Thank you for all you've done. The Inquisitor ended up
even before the sky fell open, this was a land of spirits and demons. Magic grows wild in the hills of Redcliffe.
Ah, you must be the surfacer they call it. Wish I could sell you some books. Wish I could sell anyone some books. Sod it all.
So what happened?
Surfacer. It took all my coin for bribes just to find out that thought I was bringing supplies.
Any books of Poe?
Sure. Mages love that stuff. There are defenses prepared ahead. Prepare yourself.
Nothing to report, sir.
Nothing to report, sir.
No wait are just bandits. Too well armed, too well organized.
Mercenaries? They appear to be Cartelirium smugglers.
Finally. Started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in...
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected container. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. Sometimes it just
Basically, only crazy people
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse.
If you're coming with us, I hope you can handle a fight.
No, I thought I'd cower helplessly while you do all the work.
She's a decent shot.
Decent?
You want me to admit you're better than me?
Let's not waste any more time.
Must be an old dwarven outpost.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
Darkspawn.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads. But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads?
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the... I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus. Ta-da!
I guess it's a good thing you came along then.
I get that a lot. After you.
How is what's-his-name?
Bogdan? He's in... bar right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never. You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember There you are. They won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
It's exactly like your key. How did they get a copy?
Well, funny story. When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to help your brother, don't you? I just wanted to figure it out.
How did you go from studying red lyrium to giving the location to Corypheus?
I found out that red lyrium... it has the blight.
What? The two deadly things combined to...
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research. So I gave him a key.
Larius? He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found Red Lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Maphorath's balls, she couldn't. I told her exactly how bad this shit was.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a...
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Oh, for pity's sake, would you two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
I've no beef with the Inquisition, but you will not station here.
I cannot believe it.
Adamant and ruins. Blood of
Here lies the abyss, the well of all souls. From these emerald waters doth life be.
By the Maker, it's the Inquisitor himself. Would you care for a bouquet of flowers, your worship? The rose...
I was looking for...
Indeed. For what
for... a lady friend.
Oh, no, simple one. I have just the thing. I'll send them to Skyhold.
Oh, yes.
cannot stop thinking of our earlier discussion. You don't actually intend to go through with courting me, do you?
I said I would, and
I believe
You don't sound like you believe.
it wasn't a challenge, my lord. You needn't do it simply because I suggested you could...
I happen to like a challenge.
You enjoy making things complicated, don't you?
I'd like to speak with you. In private. There's a grove just outside of Sky.
If you're certain...
I am. On aching branch do blossoms grow, the wind a hallowed breath. It carries the scent of honeysuckle, sweet as the lover's kiss. It brings the promise of more tomorrows, of sighs and whispered bliss.
You can't be serious.
As I recall, your list was very specific.
And that is the poem you chose?
What's wrong with it?
Carmenum de Amatus. I thought this one was banned. His lips on mine speak words not which travel. His eyes. My body opens, filled and
Not merely housed in flesh, but brought to life. Shall we read another?
They will say one of two things about me. That I stood at the Inquisitor's side, his protector and his lover. That it was meant to be. Or they will say I was led from the path of faith by the wiles of a madman.
I don't care what they say. What do you believe?
I believe you are a man who does not share my faith. I believe you are the herald of Andraste, even if you do not. Beyond that, I believe only that you are capable of anything. And it frightens me. I have never known anything like it. I've been with only one other man. He died at the Conclave. I will not let Corypheus win. I will not let him take you from me.
I love you.
Here, tonight. I believe you. It's always wonderful to speak with you.
I want to talk to you about the cure for tranquility.
It's not a cure. Not truly. Mages who were once tranquil lose all control over their... Perhaps that state eventually passes and they can be helped, but it will take time to investigate.
There are so many tranquil.
I would not want news of a cure to spread until we know for certain we can help these people. Once we have that, however, then I will spread the word myself.
That's enough.
We shall...
I'm glad to have answers, but the second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the Tig. I am not good at dealing with...
You managed to talk your way out of most...
That's what I do, isn't it? If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now, pretending none of this was happening.
You realize that nothing has actually been stopping you.
I suppose you're right. Thank you.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
We don't have the strength of treaties to judge a true Grey Warden.
Saved us all a while back. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next phase?
We must persuade the Minister... At your service.
Any Venatori activity?
If my agents find anything, you will be the first to know.
Inquisitor. We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress, even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine